If you're a Golden State Warriors fan right now, you might have blinked and almost missed it. No fireworks, no ESPN countdown special, no dramatic Woj bomb shaking your phone at midnight. Just a quiet little update that slid across the timeline. And yet this might end up being one of the most important moves of the entire season. Because the Warriors just made what I'm calling a sneaky good signing. The kind of move that doesn't trend for 24 hours, but absolutely matters when the playoffs slow down and every possession feels like life or death. And the scary part? They might not be done. The buyout market is heating up. Front offices are making calls. Agents are circling contenders. And when you have a team built around championship DNA like the Golden State Warriors, you don't sit still while other teams load up. You strike quietly. Let's talk about what this signing really means, and why more moves could be coming. Because if you've watched this team closely, you know exactly what's been missing. It hasn't been star power. You still have the gravity of Stephen Curry bending defenses 30 feet from the rim. You still have the edge and defensive IQ of Draymond Green quarterbacking the floor. You still have championship experience in that locker room. But what they needed was glue, versatility, insurance. And that's what this sneaky signing is about. This is the kind of player who won't demand 15 shots a night. He won't need the offense run through him. He won't dominate headlines, but he will defend, he will rebound, he will make the extra pass, and more importantly, he fits. That word matters more than ever for Golden State. The Warriors don't just plug players in. Their system under Stephen Curry and Green isn't a typical isolation-heavy setup. It's movement, reads, timing, trust. If you hesitate for half a second, the whole possession dies. So when the front office adds someone mid-season, it's not random, it's calculated. This signing tells me something very specific. The Warriors are thinking about matchups. Think about the Western Conference landscape right now. You've got big wings, physical forwards, teams that switch everything, teams that try to bully Golden State on the glass. In a 7-game series, depth matters more than star highlights. This move gives them another body they trust in rotation minutes, another option when foul trouble hits, another defender to throw at an all-star wing in the fourth quarter, so Curry doesn't have to carry that load defensively. And that's where this becomes dangerous. Because championship teams don't panic buy. They patch weaknesses quietly. Remember past title runs. It wasn't always the loudest trade that won them rings. It was role players stepping up, hitting open threes, taking charges, surviving tough defensive assignments. That's the blueprint again. But here's the bigger story. The buyout market is still open. Veterans on non-contending teams are negotiating exits. Former All-Stars looking for one more playoff run are scanning rosters. Defensive specialists who were buried in rotations suddenly become available. And when agents call contenders, Golden State is always on that short list. Why? Because of Curry. Because players know that if you share the floor with him, you get open shots. You get meaningful games in April and May. You get national attention. You get a chance at a ring. That matters. So this sneaky signing might just be the first domino. Let's break down what else could realistically happen. First, perimeter defense. In the playoffs, you can never have enough switchable defenders. Teams are hunting mismatches every possession. If Golden State adds another long wing who can guard 1 through 3, that changes everything. Suddenly rotations tighten. Suddenly you don't have to overplay your stars. Second, front court depth. The Warriors have battled size all year. Against bigger teams, they sometimes struggle protecting the rim or finishing possessions with rebounds. A buyout big who understands positioning and doesn't need touches? That's gold. Third, shooting insurance. You can't assume everyone stays healthy. You can't assume every bench scorer catches fire. Adding another reliable 38-40% three-point shooter who understands spacing could swing a playoff game. And the front office knows it. This organization has never been passive when they sense opportunity. Even after championships, they tweak, they adjust, they anticipate. This signing signals urgency, but controlled urgency. They're not mortgaging the future, they're optimizing the present. And here's what I love about this move the most. It doesn't disrupt chemistry. Mid-season additions can sometimes backfire. Too many new voices, too many adjustments. But this feels targeted, low ego, high IQ. That's a Warriors profile player. You know what else this tells me? They believe. You don't add depth at this stage unless you believe you're in the fight. Unless you believe that a healthy stretch plus the right rotation tweaks can make you dangerous. And nobody wants to see a dangerous Golden State team in a 7-game series. Not with Curry capable of a 45-point explosion on any given night. Not with Draymond orchestrating defensive chaos. Not with a system that has been battle-tested for nearly a decade. The buyout market could tilt the balance in subtle ways. Imagine a veteran who's been to conference finals before. Imagine someone who understands playoff pacing, when to slow down, when to push. That's invaluable. Other contenders will make moves too, that's inevitable. But Golden State has one thing that attracts veterans more than almost anyone else: clarity of role. If you sign there, you know what you're being asked to do. Defend, move the ball, hit open shots, compete. No confusion. And that clarity often leads to overperformance. Now let's talk playoff psychology. When a team makes a small but smart signing, it sends a message inside the locker room. We're supporting you. We're giving you help. Players feel that. It boosts morale. It increases internal competition. It sharpens practices. Because now minutes have to be earned. That's healthy tension. And if another buyout piece comes in, even more motivation. The Warriors don't need a blockbuster. They need balance. They need 8 or 9 guys they trust without hesitation. This sneaky signing moves them closer to that number. And I wouldn't be surprised if conversations are already happening behind the scenes for move number 2. Because here's the truth about championship windows. They don't stay open forever. Curry is still elite, but every season matters. Every playoff run matters. You can't waste prime years waiting for perfect conditions. You build momentum now. You build depth now. You give yourself multiple ways to win now. And that's what this feels like. A move that says, we're not done. So keep your notifications on. Because the buyout market is unpredictable. One veteran shakes loose and suddenly the balance shifts. If Golden State adds one more defensive-minded wing or a rugged rebounder, the conversation around them changes fast. Right now, some analysts see them as dangerous but flawed. One more smart addition, they become scary. And remember, the playoffs aren't about who looks best in February. They're about who adapts best in May. Golden State has built a dynasty on adaptation. They've reinvented lineups, downsized, upsized, switched schemes mid-series, trusted role players in huge moments. That culture doesn't disappear. So while other fan bases chase splashy headlines, the Warriors might quietly be building something much more dangerous: a complete rotation. This signing may not break the internet, but come playoff time, when that player dives on the floor for a loose ball, rotates perfectly to contest a corner 3, or hits a momentum-shifting shot, everyone will remember this moment differently. They'll call it foresight. They'll call it smart management. They'll call it championship instinct. And if another buyout move happens, then this wasn't just a sneaky signing. It was the beginning of something. So Warriors fans, don't sleep on this. The chessboard is moving. Pieces are sliding into place. And the front office just made a quiet move that could echo loudly when the lights get brighter. Stay ready, because if history tells us anything, it's this. When Golden State makes subtle adjustments late in the season, it's rarely accidental. It's strategic. And the league might not realize what's coming until it's too late.